welcome to my Sunday streams. So I actually got the thing shared on time this time. I don't have to sit here and talk awkwardly while I try to copy links. It's so great. So welcome, and I'll kill time here for a moment anyway, just to give people time to find the stream. So I hope everybody's having a great Sunday evening slash afternoon. There we go. There's a little buzz in my microphone cable. I'm stoked because today I have a surprise special guest who's joining me remotely via Restream, Emily Cunningham from the band Noble Dust. And I'll be playing a show with Noble Dust at the Boston Harbor Distillery on December 8th, which is going to be a pretty sweet show. And we'll hear from Emily in just a minute, but I'm going to kick things off. With one of my songs. But which one? It is a mystery, even to me, even now. So we'll get this ukulele situation happening. Better to have it in tune. I heard her singing in the moonlight. Then those four strings began to play. My hips began to sway, and I heard a sweet voice say, "My dog has fleas. My dog has fleas. Why does her dog have fleas?" It's another dang ukulele girl with a flower in her hair, dancing around like she just don't care, all dressed up like she's going to the Renaissance Fair. It's another friggin' ukulele girl singing an old-time song. Maybe you can sing along. I hope it doesn't last too long. Now, don't fret if you forgot your kazoo. It don't matter, she knows just what to do. And anyway, she says everybody's in the mood for a mouth trumpet interlude. Don't ask her to play, Tiny Tim. She'll act like she's never heard of him. And don't ask if you can be her fella. Her heart belongs to Jake Shimabukuro. Very famous ukulele player Jim Shimabukuro. Young, handsome, talented, and married to a doctor. And I'm just another dang ukulele girl with a flower in her hair, dancing around like she just don't care, all dressed up like she's going to the Renaissance Fair. It's another friggin' ukulele girl playing an old-time song. Maybe you can sing along. I hope it doesn't last too long. All right. Hopefully I didn't scare away anybody with that ukulele girl song. Let's bring on Emily Cunningham. So this is Emily Cunningham from the band Noble Dust. How are you doing today, Emily?
Hey, Amy, I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me. An excellent mouth trumpet.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, so Emily has a real trumpet in her band. Let's yeah, tell me a little bit about Noble Dust.
Sure. So we're usually a six-piece band, drums, keys, brass, cello, the works. But the show that we're playing together with you at the Boston Harbor Distillery will just be a trio, affectionately known as Lady Dust. It's all the ladies of the band. So it'll be guitar, cello, and trumpet, and a lot of
That's
fun.
awesome. I love all those instruments. I think that'll be a super cool lineup. So, what's your story? How did you form the band? Are you the sort of originator of the band, or did it just sort of come together?
Yeah, we've all been playing together in one form or another since high school. Embarrassingly
Wow.
enough, we started out playing ska music, so we were pretty cool in high school, as you can tell. But we've evolved, um, and yeah, now play kind of weird folk music. Yeah,
That's great. So high school. Wow. Are you all
yeah,
from you're from the Boston area?
yeah. Just south of Boston, Weymouth, Massachusetts. We all
Weymouth.
grew up in for the most part. Yeah,
Very cool. I
yeah.
thought maybe you had all met at like NEC or something, but
No, yeah, we have a few, folks that went to school for music, I think it's about half and half, but yeah, all high school friends for the most part. Our cellist, joined later, she went to Longy, and yeah, we used to have a bass player in the lineup and then just have kind of replaced, bass with cello, and our our trombone player is now working overtime playing bass and trombone, so yeah,
wow.
kind of
That's
passing around instruments.
my trombone player plays bass as well, but not currently in the band and definitely not at the same time. But that's a good combo. Yeah, when we're at the distillery, it's gonna be me. It was gonna just be solo, and then I'd ask my bass player if he could make it. He couldn't, but I'll have Tim on trombone. So Tim Lewandowski, who plays with me um, a lot on trombone. So
Nice.
that'll be good. Yeah. Well, let's hear a little bit of you solo, and then maybe we'll get to hear from the trio via video.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Can you hear that coming through? I think so. All right. Gonna start off with a newish song called "Last Dance at the Grove." It's a new year, my musings. How it's got me wishing for bygone Decembers, for the infinite cold. Steal my last breath and I'd watch it ascend someplace I don't know yet, but I sure hope to go. Have you at last a ring for your finger, a home for your mother, a hope for the coast? Are you contented to wither your wiles away, waiting on me, mama, down at the grove? Save the last dance for me down at the grove, where the neighbors don't need to, the neighbors don't know. Many the questions and mighty the light that our maker can answer, the angels don't ask. Some dark November, sell these walls for timber, and everyone we know will give up the ghost. We'll throw up our arms, lay down our defenses, and we'll take our time, darling, down at the grove. Save the last dance for me down at the grove, where the neighbors don't need to, the neighbors don't know. Many the questions and mighty the lack that our maker can answer, the angels don't ask. Leave not a trace, they won't speak of our memory as the tenements rise like the river below. Throw up our arms, lay down our defenses, and we'll take our time, darling, down at the grove. Save the last dance for me down at the grove, where the neighbors don't need to, the neighbors don't know. Many the questions and mighty the light that our Maker can answer, the angels don't ask.
Yeah. Very nice.
Thanks.
That's cool. I like the sort of contrast between the song, the groove of the song, and the sound of your vocals sort of had like a bluegrassy, very traditional folk feel, and then like the electric guitar, which is very rock and roll sound. So it kind of like is this cool interplay of ideas.
Yeah, it's been fun to kind of play throughout the pandemic and all these different forms, kind of forcing creativity. Yeah, I don't do much solo stuff, and then we haven't done much of the trio stuff before, but yeah, just much easier to play in a live stream setting that way. So yeah, it's been fun to play around with different arrangements.
Yeah. Speaking of playing around with different arrangements during the pandemic, so we're about to watch a video from Noble Dust, and tell me a little bit about how you shot this video.
Yeah, so we, basically did everything in GarageBand, to just a click track, so I do the guitar first, and then, Lindsay, who's our trumpet player, would layer on trumpet and, harmony vocals, and, Caitlin, our cellist, would layer in the cello, and then, yeah, sometimes we'd have some friends, add in things, to the different videos that we did. But yeah, I think the video that you're talking about right now, it's just, the 3 of us.
Thank you. I got a comment that my vocals were, or my audio was too quiet, so I've turned up my gain, and I think that should do the trick. I think what I was doing was I was trying to turn down my headphones, and I turned down the gain instead because it's the same button. You just have to hold it in, or it's. So thank you for letting me know, Liz. And by the way, if you're out there listening in, thank you. Thanks. Good feedback. If you're out there listening, watching the show, please give us a hello in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, and share the link. Let your friends know you're watching, and hopefully you'll enjoy what you're about to hear. So we're going to hear a clip from Noble Dust, and who are the players in this band?
Yeah, Caitlin Krull and Lindsay Cook.
Caitlin, Lindsay, and Emily Cunningham, Noble Dust, and here's one of their. Is this original song?
Yes, it is.
Original song from Noble Dust. Here we go.
No, I don't feel like staying in the morning anymore. For the blackbird sings sweeter and wiser and sure. When I'm laid in the earth, the same just as before. No, I don't feel like staying in the morning anymore. Don't leave me resting, the shelter of the Lord. He's forgotten his son, forsaken his word. Live by the light just to die by the sword. Don't leave me resting, the shelter of the Lord. When come the clouds down from their city on a hill, each day the same still. Oh, each day the same, dwelling all on the rain, in the rain, dwelling all on the ground. No, I don't wanna sing in a camp full of Don't leave me resting. Don't leave me resting, the shelter of the Lord.
Hey, that was Noble Dust Trio, and that song that
Uh,
was the House
House
of Our Fathers, yeah?
Yes, exactly, sorry.
So my notes are all, like, on my computer behind the screen that I'm looking at here.
Technology.
Yeah, trying to get my guitar tuned while that was happening, but I did manage to put this together, check it out. Ta-da!
Ooh.
So you can catch the Noble Dust Trio along with me and Tim Lewandowski on trombone at the Boston Harbor Distillery on December 8th, which is a Wednesday night. And there's the little ticket link down there. It's so have you played at the distillery before?
No, this is, yeah, our first time there. Yeah, super excited about it. One of the few kind of in-person shows we played this year.
Cool. Let's see.
Yeah.
Why don't you share another song while I tune this guitar? I'll mute myself and
Sure.
so one more from Emily here.
Alright, and do an old one. Train your goat for my Christ, empty chair. This is life. The streets are my God's supposed to be. And the man, there's the mayonnaise, the grapes are all red, and the wine is low south of the sea. Trade the fruits of this world for the soul of another. Water cleanse me my iniquities. Deal with our tarnished heads, friends will till to her dead. My garden is finally pristine. Oh, I've been waiting for life, for a dream. For a hand I can let go, my melody echoes. It's you've been waiting for thee. Sail the mind in the glass to the faces the past. Look at all of you hiding in screens. All you need is a touch and a light for it, and a day for to dance in the streets. So we shout and say on to the highway beneath. We're dead, we have hearts too unhardened. Ain't we so much the same in our passing courage? Breathing deep, spitting out carbon. Oh, I've been waiting for life, for a dream. For a hand I can let go, my melody echoes. It's you've been waiting for thee. Tear your books from the shelves, drain the water in wells where a lonely bird weeps to the fish eggs. How damn spot to sleep my wakeful heart, my purpose and fear torching, quenching its here, and I've been waiting for a light, for a dream. For a hand I can let go, my melody echoes. It's you've been waiting for thee, I've been waiting. Brother, sister, oh, how the brush fires burn like a temple road, and all the dusty spires and the light and low show me just how far I've yet to go. Brother, sister, oh, where electric wires hang limp and low, bringing power to the people with the stars and the steeples, they're all I need. Ooh, I think we're having trouble hearing you, or maybe it's just from my end.
That might make a difference. Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, great. You know, I'm the technical stuff. It's like it would be so great to have an operator here.
Yes.
Trying to be the operator myself is fraught, but I'm getting better
Amen.
at it. You weren't here for the earliest shows. It's getting better. All right. All right. So I'm going to play a song now. And then we'll talk for some more. All right. Let's see here. This is called Waltz in a Minor Key. When you were young, you were bound for the stage with your mother's charm and your father's rage. Now here you are working for minimum wage, but you know not to do it for free. You tear it all down if you had half a chance, with macabre dedication and violent romance. I should have known better the night we first danced to the waltz in a minor key. Oracles discount the omens you bode, wildfire, decay, running off of the road. Once there were forests and rivers that flowed. Now your name's on damnation's marquee. Never believed in anyone's plans, or nothing that you couldn't hold in your hands. You've left me forsaken, like all of the fans of your waltz in a minor key. But transported by our centripetal force, all the world blurs except for your face. I hang on too tight, and try as I might, I can't shake the feeling of ironic grace. And destiny offers a cup of despair. Your hopes and your dreams turn to thoughts and prayers in some roadhouse dance hall on the edge of nowhere. It's a future we didn't foresee. So here comes the end. You're gonna be missed, though we're wistful for something that didn't exist. It's a bittersweet flavor you crave, like a kiss or a waltz in a minor key. Or a waltz in a minor key. Yeah, let's bring Emily back.
Beautiful. Love that.
Thank you very much. This mic cable is giving me stress today. But thanks. Yeah, that's one of my pandemic songs, and I'm not really sure if it's like a song about just sort of the world running down, or if it's a song to a bad muse.
Mm.
But
Yeah, contains multitudes. Works on many levels.
thank you. That's good to hear. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh man.
Well, let's go
Um,
song for song here for a little bit,
yeah.
and feel free to tell us about the song you're gonna play?
Sure, yeah. So I'll also play a waltz in a major key, I guess.
Ah.
Um, so yeah, a lot of the newer songs that we've been working on for, I guess, the whole pandemic now. So they're less new, but yeah, the record that we're about to record in January is all inspired by a bunch of letters from the 1940s that I found in my childhood home in the attic. And so a lot of kind of World War II era inspired songs. And this is one of them. Welcome home, cried the land to the cat who remained across the valleys of cedar and pine, till from white scattered houses the lamplight dim. Sleep, my butchers, my bakers, drunkards and lovers. And before you awake with the dawn of the day, take your loaves and your fishes and wine. Or the ghosts of our kin write the tales of the wind like somebody's white horses. Keep watching the night. Or I vow to the isle that I'd know her and keep her. Said the captain, you've put in your time. I will make you a maker, a soldier so bold as to raise up an army on Babylon's spine. Then he shifted the weight of the burden he carried from his sunken shoulders to mine. Boxes stacked to the brim with bright red letters, each a brother, a dreamer, a killer, a child. I walked on where they tread to the fields in the morning, to valleys of cedar and pine, and in the grains of the earth, and the laughter and mirth. Oh, I learned of July, their troubles and daughters, and the dance hall and dark, like the dressmaker's clothes. The August fruit fell from the vine under cover of night. One by one put their letters, till only the maker remained in the light. And they came back in boxes, one every door. Bones for the scavenger's rest. I wove tales of the glories of their final hours. Fragile red letters, watch the light leave their mothers. The end it came solved, all is hushed, all is lost. Said the captain, you put in your time. Lay me down with your boxes of red letters. War is over, and cast him off into the fire. The sun it still rises for drunkards and lovers, like no one remembers the night. But I don't feel at home in a storm anymore.
was it like the baker still bakes and the old town awakes as the coroner checks on the time? Oh, but I still keep thumbing red letters, white knuckle, the last welcome home on my mind.
That was wonderful. Really like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And by the way, before I take away this link here, I wanted to mention Emily's got a Venmo and a PayPal. And if you'd like to tip Emily directly, you can just go right to Venmo at Noble Dust or PayPal.me/Noble Dust. And we've both got our own tip jars, and that makes it easier than me trying to split the tips. So hopefully, there will be generous amounts of tips going around for all. Um, and if you're out there watching, I do hope you'll say hello in the comments and share this. Like the stream and share it with your friends. We really super appreciate it. Let's see what else. I'm gonna take away that caption now. Yeah. So I was just thinking about how it's interesting that both Emily and I play with a band a lot of the time, but also can do this solo thing and been doing so during the pandemic. And I think I'll play the next song I will play is one that I did as a collaboration during the pandemic. I wrote the song about the way I was feeling and then asked Tim Lewandowski, the trombone player, to help me with the horn arrangement. And so we actually arranged this one for a little swing ensemble and recorded it remotely with a drummer who was in Sweden. And Billy Novick, clarinet player, was out in the western suburbs of Boston. And our bass player, who played for this band called the Mezcats, is up in New Hampshire. So that was a fun little collaboration. But from your perspective, what do you think about like the difference between performing with a band? Do you get, is there a confidence one way or the other, or
Oh man, it's much more nerve-wracking solo, I'd say. Yeah, I feel like one of my favorite parts of playing music is collaborating with other people. But yeah, it's been fun in the pandemic to do, video collaborations. And like you're saying, you can, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can play with anyone. So that's been a cool part of it too. How about you?
definitely. Yeah, yeah, well, there's like I've done a lot of touring and performing solo, and it's especially weird because I come in with my little ukulele most of the time, and people are kind of like "Rrr." But so the nice thing about performing by yourself, you don't have to necessarily have a set list or communicate with other people what you're going to do. You can do everything on the fly. But yeah, I love the collaboration, and I love being able to to relax a little bit and let, other people handle other aspects of the song that's, and you just don't get that when you're playing solo. It's all you.
Totally. Yeah, I don't
Even if
miss lugging gear though. That's one
yeah.
good thing about being solo.
How much more gear do you add to your own rig when it's the band? Or do you have
Oh,
like the
man. Well, we have the bass, the keys, drums,
Mm.
trumpet, trombone, cello. Yeah, depending on the show, sometimes our own PA. So, yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
definitely nice to be like, "This is my instrument, and that's all I need."
I will say there was definitely a time whenever, like, this was my entire rig, the ukulele, and then there were cables and capos, and then I added the foot tambourine and, then the harmonica, and so lots of pieces, and then there's all the audio gear, and then I bought some lights and
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so
So
it
it
can
can
get
get complicated.
very complicated. All right, so I'm gonna play a song here. This one is called "Dancing in."
Oops.
Let's go the other way around. Yeah, this is called Dancing in My Dreams. And you can get ukulele chords for this song at patreon.com. If I passed you on the street, would you know my tapping feet from when I danced with you last night? Would you recognize my face? Would you long for my embrace if I met you in the morning's light? Would you recollect my touch and have missed me just as much? Would I be familiar as you seem? Please excuse me if I stare, but I'd know you anywhere, 'cause I met you dancing in my dreams. In your arms on cloud nine, paradise without words entwined. Would you startle? Would you blush? Would your heart begin to rush? I pray that fate will intervene, and I'll find you in the day. Then we'll dance in the same way as when we go dancing in my dreams. In your arms on cloud nine, paradise without words entwined. Would you startle? Would you blush? Would your heart begin to rush? I pray that fate will intervene, and I'll find you in the day. Then we'll dance in the same way as when we go dancing in. As when we go dancing in. As when we go dancing in my dreams. Hey, dancing in my dreams.
Woohoo.
Hey,
Beautiful.
thank you. Yeah, I read a lot of songs that have dancing in them or are about dancing. I got my whole start being playing the ukulele because of swing dance. Swing dance friend who brought a ukulele to a party, and that started the whole thing. So
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Are you a swing dancer yourself?
I am swing and blues, and I've done other forms a little bit, but those are my first love, swing and blues.
Nice.
And which is a good time to plug my show. December 19th at the Burren, I'll be performing. It's called the Burren Holiday Swing and Blues Spectacular with Amy Kucharek and Tiger Moan plus the Rubin Brothers, and that'll be a good time to come out and dance.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm like a very amateurish swing dancer, but I used to go to Americana Sunday or Monday at
Oh yeah,
Rest in Peace Thunder Road. But
Greg Klima's series.
yes.
That was so much fun. He really brought like the Texas Roadhouse to Somerville. I
Yes.
miss those. Yeah.
But
Did
good
you
to
did you
know that oh, sorry, good to know that, there's still swing stuff going on in Somerville that
Oh, there's
I can come
so
out to your
much.
show.
Yeah. I mean, there was dancing almost every night of the week in the area, but a lot of things are on hiatus for the pandemic. Although Boston Swing Central has sort of been, gingerly reintroducing some dances, and I think they have Gordon Webster coming this December, which is pretty exciting. And there's a new series started up at the Crystal Ballroom, and I haven't been able to go yet, but the Rubin brothers have been playing there, and they've got these, I don't know, big that place is fancy. I really wanna play there. It
Oh,
looks super cool.
nice. I haven't been out there yet, but, yeah, exciting to see that music is
Yeah.
coming back slowly.
And I don't know if you can swing dance, but you can always come and dance and enjoy some whiskey, on December 8th with
Yes.
Emily and myself and our bands at the Boston Harbor Distillery. So,
You can
anyway, let
definitely waltz, right? We have a lot of waltzes going on so far today.
yes. And waltzing and whiskey goes together really well, I think. In
I think
fact,
so.
that should be an event, the waltz and whiskey party.
Yes. Oh,
Let's
man.
let's
Missed
do
opportunity.
it.
Our next show together, that's what it'll be.
We'll tell Frank it's a waltz
Yes.
and whiskey party. Alright, well, how about another song?
Cool. Is the guitar level good?
That seems much better, yeah,
Much
it's a
better.
little actually, can you go even, like, 1 notch lower?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
Lower.
sounds nice.
That's good? Alright, cool.
Yeah, it was just started getting over your vocals a little bit, so I wanna hear your singing.
Perfect. Alright. Do another new one. This song is called In Fields. In light and truth, I pass my youth, entranced of idle vows. And if their silence were the stuff of sleep, I'd fill my waking hours. My silhouettes on holiday, held tight and fast to some refrain. Seraphim, cellophane, old picket fences, pearly gates. When I grow in any fairer, the world turns crueler still. Only time has come to fight or flee, and I suppose I never will. In fields where crosses grow, all sprung from planted sacred bones. Oh, flowers in the bitter snow, all quiet, all quiet. I worshipped once, I'm bargain still, and guide a man, be what will. Mercy on an empty till, I call upon you now. Oh, forgive me, Father, I know not what I've done. There's no recompense for this loneliness, so tell me, where is love? A gray sky dawned and smiled upon the field of frozen sea. Oh, my daughter born of flesh and bone, oh, take what you may need. I think you might be muted.
Thank you very much. I muted myself even though the system mutes me because I was afraid that you would hear me tuning. So technology. Speaking of technology, someone requested that I share clickable links, and I realized now that that was over on YouTube. So I will bring those links over to YouTube after the show. But I did put Emily's caption back up there with the Venmo. It's at Noble Dust or PayPal.me/Noble Dust. And mine are pretty much the same thing except with my name, in case you're wanting those. But yes, indeed. Um, so we got time for a handful more songs here, actually, and I think I will play one now. So this song has actually probably nothing to do with Emily's last song, but this is one called "Horse." Now a horse needs a rider like a man needs a gun. A siren needs her voice like the earth needs the sun. I didn't need you, you didn't need me, and we were never all the things we set out to be. So we talk about it, and we talk about it. We talk about it. We talk about it till the words are gone. We shoot the breeze with our weapons drawn, and there's no point, and we just can't win. And the world goes round and it comes up again, and we only make ourselves. We only make ourselves horse. Now some pay lip service to the higher power, then spit or swallow that communion flower. We beg for forgiveness and pray for our sin, but we're only making noise. We ain't listening when we talk about it, and we talk about it. We talk about it. We talk about it till our faces turn blue. Never mind the blather or the ballyhoo, and we miss the point and just can't win. And the world goes round and it comes up again, and we only make ourselves. We only make ourselves horse. And no one hears a word that I say. This is a good place for a trumpet solo or something. Politicians on TV, they say the same thing but can't agree. And one wears blue while one wears red, but they're two faces on the same figurehead. And they talk about it, and they talk about it. They even scream about it. They talk about it till we tune them out, and we don't know what they're talking about. And this debate Ain't got no end, gonna need me a lozenge, need some Visionman's friend, gonna need a chloroseptic, gonna need a stiff drink, gonna need to talk it over with my shrink, gonna need a glass of water, gonna need a new phone, gonna need to call you up next time you're home, and we'll talk and we'll laugh and we'll shout and we'll smoke. We'll talk and we'll shout and we'll sputter and choke. We'll talk and we'll laugh and we'll shout and we'll sing. We'll talk and we'll sing and we'll shout and we'll scream, and we only make ourselves. We only make ourselves ours. Hey, that's called Horse, and that's from Until the Words Are Gone. Hey, thank you. So let's see. It's 5:52. We're gonna go right up to the hour, so I think we've got time for another song each and your video, and that'll be a show. So
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Let's see, I'll do another old one.
So when you say old ones, are you talking about, like, 1957 or 1863, or just like 2 years old?
Relatively. Yeah, I think this is 2018, our 2018 album, so our first full-length album. And then yeah, before that we just had an EP. So yeah, I guess all the new songs I'm thinking about are for our future album that we're recording this next year in January.
Ah, that's exciting. Where are you recording it?
Dimension Sound Studios in JP.
Sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we recorded Until the Words Are Gone.
Oh,
We worked with
nice.
Ariel Bernstein, who plays drums in Tiger Moan.
Amazing. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
awesome.
so anyway, without further ado, here again is Emily Cunningham.
All right. This song's called Bricklayer. Father, he left us a ransom note. Strange to believe in the things that you wrote. I once was a clown on the frozen sea. I never tire of a elegy sang to me. Cornerstone pavement is littered with thieves. The man there sells nickels, a bottle of peace. I once played for keeps, but it's too late for that. Turn bottles to nickels, and I turn them back, saying, spare me the weight of your beatitude. I am a carpenter too. Where are they all? Smoke, ashes, vapor, they move behind the grave. We work for the dawn, from casket to cradle. We are a long way. Boys turn to men, and men become bones. We work for the dawn, no, we won't see the morn. Only grey eyes know the bricklayer's trade. Love's labor long for the end of the days. The wages don't pay, the hours pass along. Bold grows the crypt for my granddaughter's son. They carve its inscription, embalmed eyes to read, in love letters permanent cast to the sea, singing, spare me the weight of your beatitudes. I am a carpenter too. Where are they all? Smoke, ashes, vapor, they move behind the grave. We work for the dawn, from casket to cradle, and we are a long way. And these ships sail on the safe of the sable, they move behind the grave. We built an arc toward the turn of the tables, and we are a long way.
Oh, that was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. My my mom just started watching the show and she commented, I don't really know why. The two of us remind her of the PBS ladies on Saturday Night Live. I'm not sure what she means, that that's the ones that do like Delicious Dish or something, but
I
that's
think we should take it
ridiculous.
as a compliment.
I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Yeah. It means we're hysterically funny, right?
Yes. And worldly, I guess. PBS.
Yeah. I don't know. That's like a deep cut SNL from like probably early 1990s,
Oh,
maybe.
nice.
Yeah. But anyway, I was joking before you played that song, and I was saying, like, is it an old one from like 1857 or something? And what I liked about it is it did have a lot of content that was very, like, it could be a really old song in terms of the carpenter and the things that were going on in it. I like the very, I don't know what the word is. Like, it's got a rustic feel.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it's
that.
cool stuff. It's cool stuff from Emily Cunningham. My mom says, "Yes, those are the ones."
Those
So I'll have to find out why exactly, but I think she's
report
making
back.
fun of
I'm
me.
curious.
Yeah. So we're going to hear another video of the Noble Dust Trio. And I just want to once again mention that you can catch us live at the Boston Harbor Distillery if you are local, and we'll be there December 8th. And you'll get to hear Emily with the trio and myself with Tim Lewandowski on trombone. It's going to be a good time. Plus, you get to drink whiskey and waltz and, just enjoy some music. Yeah. All
Yes.
right. Here's that video. This is Noble Dust.
They don't build them like they used to. Thy son is in a foreign clime where idle tents a nameless flock, and they know none of the pastures green who keep us in our woven stock. How far the mighty fall. Hail, where the architect is sunken ships by friendly fire. They suffer without ceremony, silent in their testimony. When the curtain comes, my God, how far the mighty fall. And if I go you look down on me. Wonder if the sky's falling. Wonder where I'll get to if I go. And with that, the architect stepped into never waking sleep. But better this than dead to linger where it's no longer built for me. Oh, suffer the little children, carry their mind to me, my darling. Suffer the little children, carry their mind to me.
Hey, that was Noble Dust Trio. And once again, you can catch them and me December 8th at the Boston Harbor Distillery. And that's a Wednesday night. And tickets are on sale now at that link that you can see right there, eventbrite.com. And I'll share that as a clickable link in the YouTube comments after we finish this show. Speaking of which, I guess it's time for my last song. So before I do that, I would like to thank Emily for being here and hanging out with me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is great. I'm even more excited for our live show now.
Oh yeah,
Gonna be a party.
awesome. Well, the last a couple of your songs have put me in mind of one of my own tunes that I can't remember how to play right now, or I'm like a little nervous because I haven't practiced it in a great long while. It's a song called "Broken," and I used to do that one with a cellist. So, like, why did I have that one ready to go? So I'm just gonna go out with something that's like irrepressibly cheery, and it will have nothing to do with that. But so maybe I'll work up "Broken" again for our show at the Boston Harbor Distillery. Um,
Perfect.
but yes, everyone give a big round of applause to Emily. And I'm going to throw her tip jar link up here for you one last time. This is Emily Cunningham of Noble Dust. So thanks so much for joining me today. And if you want, you can hang around for my last song and we can say our farewells. Or, if you want to peace out, that's also totally cool and I will not get offended. Um,
Cool. I'll stick around to listen.
Oh,
It's
thanks. I
been a joy.
appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So one more from me. And I'm Amy Kucharik, and I'm doing this every Sunday. And next Sunday, I will be joined by the fabulous Auburn Stevens from Nashville, Tennessee. And that's going to be a good time. Auburn writes a lot of songs that are inspired by particularly horror fiction. She loves Neil Gaiman and Stephen King, and I'm really looking forward to playing some murder songs along with Auburn. But all right, here we go with our final song today. I'll just go out with the usual. This is Everything But Love. Tired of talking about romance. Seems like it's the same old song and dance. Don't want to hear about the one that done me wrong. Now that's enough about relationships. Don't want to think about your lips. Now, how on earth did that get in this song? Let's talk about German expressionism. Let's talk about your artistic vision. Let's talk about whatever became of Michael Jackson's glove. Let's talk about really cool guitars or how we got our scars. Let's talk about almost everything but love. Oh, but with your arms around me, I can't seem to concentrate. And all I wanna do is hold you close and stay up late. But let's talk about cephalopods. Let's talk about the Viking gods. Let's recount ancient stories about the stars above. Let's talk about Batman or denim from Japan. Let's talk about almost everything but love. Let's talk about robots, geological hotspots. Let's talk about feminism, optimism, and the blues. Let's talk about Kermit the Frog or places we would go in Prague. Baby, I don't think there's anything to lose. Oh, but with your arms around me, babe, I just can't concentrate. And all I want to do is hold you close and stay up late. But let's talk about German expressionism. Let's talk about your artistic vision. Let's talk about the blue canary and the holy dove. Just sing me some Noble Dust song and maybe I'll sing along. Let's talk about almost everything but love. Let's talk about almost everything but love. One more time. Let's talk about almost everything but love. We don't have to talk at all. Thank you so much. I'm Amy Kucharik, and it was fun hanging out with you today. And a special shout outs to Liz and my mom for being cool and hanging out in the comments. Once again, thanks to my special guest, Emily Cunningham. See you next week.